Radio.
Bitches Radio. Bitches Radio. Bitches Radio. Bitches Radio.
It's lonely at the top, so they gon' hate on the kid. It's lonely at the top, so they gon' hate on the kid. It's lonely at the top, so they gon' hate on the kid. It's lonely at the top, so they gon' hate on the kid. They say they love me, but then they hate me. I said I'ma treat them like a spade, you can't play me. I'ma treat them like a word, you can't say me. I'ma treat them like a manner, you can't say please. Tell that hoe to meet the flow. Can you say knees? Like a couple Applebee's. Can you say sting? My eyes so low, I look Chinese. It's lonely at the top, so they gon' hate on the kid. It's lonely at the top, so they gon' hate on the kid. It's lonely at the top, so they gon' hate on the kid. It's lonely at the top, so they gon' hate on the kid.
It's lonely at the top, so they gon' hate on the kid. They say they getting kinda hungry, my team ate all the bread. Told that chick ain't gotta fuck, long she make up with it. After I bust up in her mouth, I tell her make up the bed. I gotta stay alive before they wake up the dead. They say this life is like a book, it was already read. I didn't make them bleed, they was already red. And I ain't even have to shoot, they was already dead. D-Boy Production, I say that like on every track. I feel like the Atlas, I put my town up on my back. Radio Joe, shout out to him and Beats by Mac. Baker Man, D-Boy, I put the icing on the track. This beat go crazy, should be up in the paddle room. King D-Boy, when I die put me in the tomb. With a couple sacks of green, with a couple old. He study screaming fuck the cops, damn it's lonely at the top.
It's lonely at the top, so they gon' hate on the kid. It's lonely at the top, so they gon' hate on the kid. It's lonely at the top, so they gon' hate on the kid. It's lonely at the top, so they gon' hate on the kid. What up, YouTube? Today's video, I want to talk about testing your agility. Now, the definition of agility is to move and think fastly, right? Now, the thing about agility is you can move quickly on your feet, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, some people may understand what I'm talking about, some people might not understand, but this is for the people who understand what I'm talking about. Like, with agility, right? It's like you could pop up behind people without even trying to, and they just jump like, whoa, what the fuck? Like, what are you doing? You trying to sneak up on me, but you're not trying to sneak up on me. You just have good agility. It's like you teleport, but you're not. You know what I'm saying? Because you can teleport. That's a form of teleportation, just like on a basic level. You get what I'm saying? But you can teleport like jumper and all that. I'm gonna tell you how agility ties into that later. But see, with agility, it's like you could just be places and you could be walking. You know what I'm saying? You can have on the brightest colors, whatever. But it's like you have the agility and the ability to go invisible in broad daylight. You get what I'm saying? Some people know exactly what I'm talking about. They like, I'm just walking. It's like I got on bright colors, but like people still don't see me. That's because you're agile. You see what I'm saying? You can think and move fastly and swiftly on your feet. Now the thing about this is, like I say, some people gonna think you just popping up on them, trying to scare them. You know what I'm saying? People think you probably trying to, you know what I'm saying, peek around corners at them and shit. But it's like you just have some good agility that you can move quickly. You get what I'm saying? Now, the thing how this ties into teleportation is because it's like this. Just like how I said, like one, you could pop up behind people without even trying to. And they be like, what the fuck? How long have you been there? You get what I'm saying? That's agile. You know what I'm saying? You move and think swiftly on your feet. You get what I'm saying? That ties into teleportation because once you put in your mind that you can teleport, because look, everybody has different abilities. Like I say, this may be over some people's heads, but a lot of people do have different abilities. You get what I'm saying? Like the person who have great agility and who may have the ability to teleport, they might not have super speed. You get what I'm saying? Even though that ties into each other, but that's a whole different ability. You see what I'm saying? Like people, let's say for example, like people who can shoot fireballs out their hands, like naturally and like that was born like with a strong ability to do it. They might not have teleportation because they have that ability. You know what I'm saying? They have different other abilities, but just because they have one ability that's very great, they might not have another ability that's very great. Like a person who can go invisible. You see what I'm saying? Everybody can go invisible. So the person who can go invisible, they might not be able to shoot fireballs out their hand. You get what I'm saying, right? You see what I'm saying? People who got telepathy, everybody got telepathy, but some people are stronger with it. You see what I'm saying? People who got telepathy, they might not be able to have super speed. You get what I'm saying? But anyway, and having agility, it coincides with teleportation because you could be walking down the street or even in the car, but it's really with walking. You know what I'm saying? You could be walking and shit, and you could be popping up in places quick as hell. Like a normal person, it may take a normal person to walk around a block probably about 3 minutes. But if you're very agile, you see what I'm saying, you put into your mind that you can teleport, you get what I'm saying, you might walk around that block 30 seconds to a minute. And that's real talk. That's for people who know exactly what I'm talking about. So people are like, what the fuck, are you teleporting and shit? That's how agility ties into teleportation because you move so fast, it's like you like a black mist. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers, like, how the fuck? You know what I'm saying? People jumping and getting scared, like they looking at you like, is this guy a creep or something? He just popping up everywhere. It's not you popping up everywhere. It's just the fact that agility ties into the ability of teleportation. You know what I'm saying? And agility is able to think and move swiftly and fast on your feet. You get what I'm saying? So test your agility. If you can't do this type of stuff, and people always see you or something like that, you're not very agile and you might not have the ability to teleport. But if you know exactly what I'm talking about, when you test your agility and you know what I'm saying, you can just be, you can walk up, right? People can see you. You can walk up, a couple minutes pass, you could just, you know what I'm saying, walk right next to them. They could be doing something, they don't even see you. They turn around and what the fuck, how you get there? You know what I'm saying? That's how you know you have the ability to teleport and you have strong agility. So test your agility. The people who are very agile, they know exactly what I'm talking about. But the people who don't, this is over their heads. You get what I'm saying? So wake the damn up. You already know how it go.